Have you been struggling to lose weight and feel like no matter what you do, it never seems to work? That was me for years. Nothing worked no matter what I tried. In this video, I'm going to explain exactly how the body loses weight and what you need to do to start seeing results that actually stick. I'll show you the method that's helped millions lose weight and has finally helped me drop 21 kilograms myself. And you don't even need to go to the gym. If you want to finally make progress, get your favourite foods and lose weight without exercise, keep watching. It's time to start saving for that new wardrobe. Here's the part most people don't take the time to learn. How your body actually burns calories. And once you get this, you're in control. Every minute of every day, your body needs energy to survive. We get that energy through the food and drink, which is measured in calories. It's like putting fuel in your car to make it go. Your body uses calories in 4 main ways. I'll break it down, slightly boring, but very important. The first part is something called basal metabolic rate, or BMR for short, which works out at about 70% of your total calories burned in a day. And you burn those 70% of calories doing absolutely nothing, and I mean literally nothing. If you were to lie in your bed all day and do nothing but breathe, your body still uses all of that energy to keep your heart beating, your blood pumping and blinking. Blinking uses calories. Wild, right? So if anyone tells you that you're lazy for lying about watching Netflix all day, just tell them you're doing your horizontal calorie burning session. That'll teach them. The next thing to explain is non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT for short. That uses up around 10 to 15% of our daily calories. That's things like walking, fidgeting, pacing, doing chores, basically general day-to-day movement. It's literally anything that's not formal exercise. So that dramatic sigh when you get up off from the sofa, technically that counts. Now we move on to exercise activity thermogenesis, or EAT. It's only 5 to 10%. Yep, actual workouts don't burn nearly as much as we think, which is slightly slow destroying after leg day. And lastly, we've got something called thermic effect of food, or TEF for short, and that burns about 10% of calories. You literally burn calories just by digesting what you eat. Let's break it down into a real life example. A 40-year-old male who is 102 kilograms and 187 centimeters tall, greying hair going slightly bald on top. His BMR is about 2,400 calories per day just to survive, doing nothing else. Understanding this number is critical. If you want to maintain weight, lose weight or gain weight, your calorie intake is so important to help you reach your goals. And your BMR is the absolute foundation of this. Use your BMR calculator to work out your own. There's a link to a free one in the description, and be honest about how active you really are. If you sit more than you move, don't lie, because you're only cheating yourself. So you may or may not have heard the term calorie deficit. And this is the principle behind every single weight loss method that works. No matter what the diet's called, it all comes back to this. If your body needs 2,400 calories per day to maintain weight and stay the exact same, what happens when you eat less than that? You lose weight. That's called a calorie deficit. When you eat fewer calories than your body needs, it burns your stored fat for energy. Like a drunk raiding the fridge at 2 AM. You don't have to cut loads. Anything between 200 to 400 calories a day will lead to a pretty decent reduction in weight. You can even eat what you like, as long as you stay under your weekly goal. However, it's more beneficial to you to eat a balanced and healthy diet over junk. Calorie banking works. This is where you reduce your calorie intake a little each day in order to store them for later. Save a few hundred calories during the week and then spend them on a weekend takeaway or a Friday night wine and crisp situation. Exercise can help you lose it quicker, but make sure you don't eat back the calories you burn. Burning calories just to eat them back is like digging a hole by hand and then filling it in using a dump truck. Eat to feel good, not as a reward for sweating. People think the gym is key to losing weight. Think again. Exercise burns way less calories than you think. An hour of cardio, maybe 300 calories, that's one muffin. It makes you more hungry as well, so you burn 300 but eat 600. Exercise is amazing for your mental health. It helps with mood, stress and sleep. but it's not your fat loss fixer. Here's the wild part. For a lot of people, your body burns almost as many calories digesting food as it does from working out, especially if you don't hit the gym much. Here's proof that you don't need exercise. This is a friend of mine. She lost 16 kilograms using just calorie deficit alone. She never went near a gym at all. If this video is helpful so far, please give it a like. It helps more than a protein bar after a leg day. So, tracking your food doesn't have to suck. Here's how to make it work simple and easy. Download a food tracking app. I recommend NutriTrek, it's the one that I use. I've added a link to it in the description, and I also get you a 7-day free trial. Scan the barcodes on the food, track everything. Yes, even the biscuit you only had a nibble of. Weigh your food at first. You'll learn quickly that just a splash of oil is actually 150 calories. That's the sneaky stuff that adds up. You won't track forever, but awareness, it beats willpower. Know what's going on and you're in control. Think of it as financial budgeting, but for your stomach. Being in a deficit isn't always fun, but knowing what to expect helps. You'll feel hunger, cravings will hit, your brain will lie to you convincingly. Calorie banking helps, as already explained. Planning meals in advance really helps. Drink water to help with hunger pangs, sleep properly, and go for a walk. Have a hobby that isn't arguing with yourself over biscuits. Change doesn't show up straight away, but your genes will tell you the truth eventually. This toilet roll represents your body fat. This one sheet represents 1 day in a calorie deficit. Day 2, day 3. Still nothing obvious. You're still doing everything right, but the roll looks exactly the same. The scale's not moving either. Your body is changing, just not enough for you or your brain to register it yet. Now fast forward 7 days. Maybe it's a bit looser, still not dramatic. Now for 28 days. Now it starts to show. Fat loss doesn't scream, it whispers. One boring, consistent day at a time. This is why you don't quit, even if it doesn't look obvious yet. Fat loss isn't meant to be fun, it's meant to work. It's meant to be sustainable, and you need to stay consistent. If you fall apart and make crap food choices, don't quit. Just reset immediately and make that next choice a healthy one. Consistency over drama. You're not filming a Marvel movie, you're just trying to fit back into your skinny jeans. Now I need to explain to my wife why I've used all a toilet roll for filming a YouTube video. There will come a point in time where the progress will stall. Plateaus aren't failure and your metabolism is not broken. They're just checkpoints. As you lose weight, your body needs fewer calories. If you don't adjust, your deficit disappears. That's not metabolic damage, it's just maths. Smaller body equals less energy needed. Adjust your calories, check your tracking, move a little more, keep recalibrating. That's how you keep losing. And it's how you maintain it after it. And no, you're not broken, you're just finally doing it properly. If you follow this guide, you will lose weight. Not overnight, but give it a few weeks and people will notice before you do. That first compliment you get, that's the dopamine hit that makes it feel worth it. You don't need perfect, you just need consistent. Now if this guide has helped you, let me know in the comments. You've got this. Now go and unroll some fat. Thanks for watching.